Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Good morning, PLS Live Daily. My name is Keith Carberry, and we have a great show coming up. Thanks for joining us today. Nice to see everybody. One of the things that I'd love you to do, if you can do this, if you have our special link to invite people to this room, please invite people to this room. Your special link should be something like vercast.classroom/ a 3-digit number. And hopefully at some point this 3-digit number will be a 4-digit number. I look a little bit different today. Anybody know why? Why am I looking different today? Any answers? Any questions? I mean, any ideas? Well, I'll tell you why. Yes, my computer is fixed now. Anybody who's having a computer problem today, I believe it might be Adobe related. There's a new update for Adobe Flash, and you might need to get that. So if you're having any problems today, get that new Adobe. I polished my forehead. Yes, get the new. So that's exactly what it is. But I am actually in widescreen mode today. My wide body. I want to show off that we do actually have HD video, and I'm actually delivering this in HD. So if you have a good computer, good monitor, you should be able to see me in HD. Sweet. How cool is that? Anyway, today what I want to talk about is passion and profit. Your passion equals your profit. Not all the time. So that's one of the things I want to share with you, because if you have a passion for picking rotten apples, you're really not going to be very profitable, right? That's kind of obvious. So think about your passion. I want everybody to get a pen and paper. That's okay, Potato. We'll just deduct 15 points from your account. For late behavior. No worries. We are had to feed the horses, right? We are recording this show, and we're going to try to record most shows. But my recommendation is that you want to be here live, and here's a reason why you want to be here live. The number one reason why you want to be here live is, first, if you have questions, we can answer them, right? Second, every Friday, at least every Friday, we can do it more often. Every Friday we'll give, I'm going to call it Free Gift Friday or Free Product Friday, and that happens to be today. Today we're going to give away not one gift, but we're going to give away 2 gifts for staying with us. If you stay with us for 15 minutes, you will notice that your scroll bar will get bigger on your right-hand side. And if you take your scroll bar and you scroll down about 15 minutes into the show, or 15 minutes that you've been here, you'll be able to see that there's a free download gift that we provided. And if you stay 20 minutes, we're going to give you an additional gift. Scroll bar will get bigger, and you'll have to scroll a little bit further down. So all good stuff. Now, I do want to apologize for one thing. I know that some of you have a monitor that might be small, and you can't see everything that you want to see. Not everything is displaying. I am working on that. That will be fixed. I do have a fix for it. I just have not had enough time to put that fix in. So if you can't see all of the chat, and you can't see all of me, and you can't see the most important part, the links above my head, there are 2 links above my head. There's a text link and there's a banner link. The person that invited you into this room invited you and is asking me to ask you, because I want to ask you to do this. I want you to click one of the banners or the text links. They take you to the same exact spot, and that spot is to learn more about the Power Lead system, also known as PLS. So please take a moment and do that. You don't have to look at anything. If a video starts, pause the video, come back to me, and we'll talk about that special link above here in just a little bit. Okay? I got to log off yesterday. I stayed on until 10 p.m. Do I get credit for that? Absolutely 100% no. In fact, I'm gonna deduct credit from you for wasting your bandwidth. You should have a credit system in here, right? You ever notice, and I don't know if anybody here is a football fan at all or any kind of a sports fan, it always seems that the coaches on the team, they always have like this um, board that they're carrying around. And my wife and I are convinced that on that board is just a straight line in the middle on a white sheet, and then on the white sheet is a straight line in pen, and on the left side it says good, not good. So whenever a play's made, and they have all the person's names, like, and they get check marks. Okay, he did a good job. Now he did a bad job. And that's all they have in there. It's kind of like a naughty and nice, especially for the Christmas season. It's a naughty and nice board. Oh, he's been naughty today. Like incognito, whatever his name is. Incognito? I can't say the name. Volume is much lower when you were typing. Is my volume okay, guys? Volume should be okay. If it's not too low, huh? I can raise it up a little bit. Whoa. All right. How is that? All right. Now I'm getting a little feedback on my other computer, so I need to turn that down. So just give me 1 minute, guys. All right. Let me see. Hey, how's that? It's still a little loud. That's interesting. That should be good. And yes, Matthew, you get settings as well, so you can turn me down as well on the right-hand side of my video. You can turn that down. Welcome, Todd Gross. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate that. And I'm just going to straighten that. All right, that should be much better, guys. If it's a little too loud, let me know, because I will end up getting loud. And I do need to run over to my other computer because I'm getting a little feedback, and I don't want that to distract me or you. So as I disappear, take a moment of silence, and we'll be back. I am recording the show, guys, and one of the tricks of the trades is to make sure you're not recording in the same place you're performing the webcast. And the reason for that is that it takes a lot of bandwidth away, and you don't want that to happen. All right. I do have a poll on the top right-hand side. You should see either actions and polls. If you click on poll, I have a very important question, and this question is because I want to know what is your favorite browser and what browser you're using right now. And there's a very good reason why I'm asking this question, because next week I'm going to be giving away a piece of software that I created about a year ago, and it's a huge time saver, and I'm going to share that with you next week. But I want to make sure that everybody what they're using, so I can say, 30% of the people are using Firefox, 70% of the people are using Chrome, and nobody's using IE. That's the type of thing I'm looking for. Okay? We can turn it down from the button on the right side of our avatar. Absolutely. If you look to the right side of my video, you can see a volume control, and that will control your volume of how loud I am. All right? I can be louder or not as loud. All right. What I started talking about was passion and profit today. And if you have a passion, you can make a lot of money, whether it's online or offline. And as I mentioned, if you have a passion about rotten apples and trying to sell rotten apples, you're not going to make any money with that, right? So you have to make sure that you're passionate about something that you can make money at, and you're good at it. And I can guarantee that everybody who's over the age of 25 is passionate about something. And I can guarantee that anybody over the age of 25 is probably good at something. And I can also virtually guarantee that they can make money at it. If you're under 25, forget it. It's just not going to happen. Just stay for the freebies. There you go. Also mute him if you like. Am I being too loud? Is that the problem, is guys? I'm sorry. I'm missing out on something here. Okay, just want to make sure. Thanks, Mike. The messages that I'm seeing scrolling up here suggest I'm just seeing some of it because it's difficult to read and talk and chew gum at the same time. It really is. Ask Todd about that. He knows all about that. Great, thanks, Todd. So, one of the other things, and how many people here, give me a yes or no, have heard the story about the fox and the hound? Have you heard the story about the fox and the hound? Do you want to be a fox, or do you want? I'm sorry, not the fox and the hound. The fox and the I can't think of the word. It's the fox. Get your animal straight. I'm trying to think of that furry animal. It's not the fox. It's almost like a turtle. It's a bushy thing. It's kind of like a. I'm gonna actually call it a porcupine. The fox and the porcupine. It's not really a porcupine, but the idea of the porcupine works the exact same way. If you wanted to be an animal, would you want to be a fox or a porcupine? Bob Schaefer says fox. Potato says horse. That wasn't in there for potato. Fox. I see another fox. You want to be a fox or a porcupine? Or as my wife says, porcupine. Anybody else? Yeah, that sounds. Todd Gross says porcupine. Now, I bet you I know why Todd said that. And the correct answer is in this world, you probably do want to be a porcupine over and above being a fox. Because if you think of what the fox does, the fox is the sly little animal that runs around and he chases shiny objects. And that shiny object is probably like a mouse, a shiny mouse. And if he's digging for a mouse over here and all of a sudden he sees a mouse running across over there, he's going to shift gears, completely shift gears to that mouse. And then go after the rabbit. And then go after something else. They'd always bebopping all over the place. Have you ever seen a fat fox? It's not possible. There are no fat foxes in this world because they're running all over the place. They get that shiny object syndrome going in their brain. The porcupine, on the other hand, does one thing great. It curls up in a ball and it protects itself. And you can't really go after that porcupine because if a fox tried to go after that porcupine, what would happen? He'd get poked in the nose, right, with the needles, and he'd run around. He'd run away. Fox, on the other hand, can get attacked by something else because he's not paying attention to protecting himself. But the porcupine has one good trick, and that is curling up in a ball and protecting himself. And he's got the best protection mechanism out there, right? And he uses it real well, and no one can beat what he does. But anybody can really beat that fox because he's always chasing after that shiny syndrome, the shiny object. So you in this world, in this business, in our business, you don't want to be the fox. You want to be the porcupine. And you want to find out what your passion is, call that a niche, and work on that niche. And the Power Lead system can help you get there faster than any other system on the market today. Aren't distractions great, says Bob Schaefer. Absolutely. Welcome, Sterling. Folks, before I go into desktop sharing, not desktop sharing, presentation mode, I just want to recommend that you take a minute and complete the poll. So click on the button that says polls and answer the poll question. And the reason why, again, is that I've got some great software that I want to share with you next week on Free Friday Gift Day. In addition to that, while I'm giving the presentation, it's very, very possible that when you scroll down, you'll see that you'll be able to scroll down and you're going to be getting a free gift today. Not just one, but 2 gifts. If you stay in the room for 15 minutes, you're going to get gift number 1. If you stay in the room for 20 minutes, you're going to get gift number 2. And next week, we're going to provide you with new gifts. New gifts powered by PLS Daily. Woo! All right, let's go into presentation mode, guys. Also, while I'm in presentation mode, I'd point out that there's a tab at the bottom middle of this room. And if you click on that tab, you'll be able to text messages. One thing that I would ask that you do, if you could for me, let me know if you've noticed the gift popped up. Just want to make sure it's working. I did test it this morning, and the delay gift button was working, so hopefully it's working for you as well. Today's show is about passion to profit, finding your targeted niche. And as I mentioned earlier, everybody in this room has a passion. And hopefully that passion, and everybody in this room has more than one passion. I'll give you an example. I grew up playing tennis. It's a passion that I have. I can't play tennis anymore because my body broke down. My knees have been repaired. My shoulders have been repaired. My elbows both have been repaired. Basically, anywhere where there's a joint, it's been repaired in my body. And I can't play tennis anymore. But I'm very knowledgeable about tennis. And if I wanted to focus today on reclaiming my passion for tennis, I could then create a website talking about tennis and recommending maybe some tennis rackets where I would get an affiliate commission. Does that make sense? That's what I'm talking about. I also have another passion. When I was a boy, which I still think I am inside, deep down inside I am, when I was a boy, I used to race to go outside to get the newspaper before my father got it. And it got to a situation where instead of getting up at 6:30 in the morning before school, I would get up at 6:15 to make sure I got the newspaper before he did. And then he would get up at 6:10 to get up before I did. Before we knew it, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. We were racing for the newspaper, and the newspaper hadn't even gotten there yet because we got up so early. But I raced to get that newspaper because my father had taught me, for a very short period of time, he was a day trader in the stock market. He had taught me what he had done. I would race not to get the funnies, not to read the sports, but to get the business page section first to find out what was going in the stock market. And of course, over time, I became a full-service stockbroker company, and I had 40 people working for me. And it was a wonderful passion that I have, and I still have that passion. So there's another passion that I have. I'm good at it, and I know, and I don't know, rumor has it you can make money in the stock market. You can make money teaching people how to make money in the stock market. So that's another passion that I have. So if you go through your life, the reason why I'm telling you this, if you go through your life, you'll find that you have multiple passions, and you have to make sure, is that passion a type of passion that you're good at? And is that passion something that is profitable in your research? And if you make circles, if you draw some circles around that, in fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let me just go back here for a second. I'm going to draw a little quick picture here, my flip chart. Okay, in that flip chart, there are 3 areas here. There are 3 circles, and where all those 3 circles interject, that's where you want to be when it comes to passion and profitability, and are you good at it? So ask yourself, once you determine what your passion is, so the first top circle might be passion. Let me see if I can put a P here. And the second one might be for, is it profitable? And the third one might be, are you good at it? And if you have a passion to watch, I don't know, how to cook, or you have a passion for eating, but you have no idea how to cook, then if you're not good at it, then it's going to be tough to do a cooking show, right? So remember this, passion. If you have a passion for something, And if it's a profitable area and you're good at it, that might be something that you might want to focus on in your life in being successful online and offline. So again, when they say find your targeted niche, kind of find your passion, right? So what is niche marketing? And I know many of you know what this is in here, but some may not. It's a focused message. I am an Asian cooking specialist, and it's not always an easy niche. But when you focus on that for a period of time, you become the authority in that industry, and you create credibility. If you're still looking for a topic, you may need to look no further than your own experience, as I've been saying already. You may be saying to yourself, but I'm not good at anything. Well, you're lying to self. Seriously, think of all the things that I just mentioned, and I'm only 26 years old, that I'm good at. So please think again. Everyone has life experiences. Oh, here's another good one. Divorces. I am a professional when it comes to divorces and marriages. I've been divorced twice and married 3 times, and I understand the process. So if, this is not going to happen, but if somebody, and I get this happening all the time, I've got friends of mine that are going through divorces, and they call me first all the time because I'm the pro, right? So if I had a passion of that, which I don't, but if that was my passion, I could make a boatload of money on how to go through a proper divorce without using knives or guns. Okay, I may need to pause for just a minute, guys, only because my milkman, I can hear him coming up the driveway, and I have to give him my order. So I apologize for that interruption when that happens in about 30 seconds here. So tips to discover and prosper in your niche. Choose a topic that will keep your interest. What is your passion? What are you knowledgeable about? Write this down on a piece of paper. Get it done. All right. And hold on just one second, guys. Come on in. 3 blue cap milks, 1 pizza, 1 butter, and what else do I want? And 2 eggs. Thank you. That's my order. How do you like that? Now the blue cap milk's just to let you know, it's a kind of low fat milk. It's not the heavy duty stuff. So what kind of talents and skills do you have? And again, as I mentioned, everybody has some type of a talent and a skill in here. I don't know, whether you can play your nose with the humming sound, right? Whatever it is. Your hobbies really are your passions. So if you have a hobby for whittling stick, or you have a hobby for playing a game on your computer, you can actually, especially that. I mean, my son makes, I'm going to say somewhere between $600 and $800 a month on YouTube money, because he has a passion for games like all kids, right? These computer games, Xbox or whatever. All that money comes from YouTube because people follow him on YouTube and watch his YouTube shows. That's pretty good. Research your target market. As I mentioned before, is it profitable? Come up with an idea for your product or service. People are looking for information to solve a common problem. They are willing to spend money on that information. You personally are at least moderately interested about this topic. To be successful, you're going to be spending a lot of time researching, writing, and creating content around your niche, as well as networking with other people within that niche. And hold on just one second. You can just put it right over here. Thank you. Choose a subject purely based on your passions without checking out the market first, and you could end up dominating a niche where there are no profits to be made. And that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. If you had a passion for picking rotten apples and trying to sell them, it's just not going to happen. Take your time, choose wisely, and always be willing to learn. Why is it so critical to find a group of people with a common problem rather than a hot product? This is really important, guys. Well, the simple truth is that people very rarely go, thank you, Joe, have a good one. Well, the simple truth is that people very rarely go online to actively look for products to buy. Much more often, they go online to search for solutions to their problems. Here's one. As I mentioned earlier, I was a tennis player, and I taught tennis. I didn't mention that I taught tennis, but I taught tennis for years until I couldn't. And I got pretty good. I was in tournaments and everything, and I played. My big claim to fame is that I played against Jimmy Arias, who was number 3 in on the tour, and I beat him in one game. That's my claim to fame. Everybody's looking to solve problems. So if somebody's playing tennis and all of a sudden their forehand goes, and they can't hit the tennis ball anymore with their forehand, and they can't figure out exactly what they're doing, they're going to go on to Google and say, how do I fix my forehand in tennis? And if you've been writing articles on such a thing, you're going to get recognized for that. That's a great passion. That's a great way to make money too. Again, find a niche you are passionate about. Are you guys getting the theme here, the word passion, right? What do you have a passion about that also has a large number of people willing to flip open their wallets? And again, this is exactly what I was just talking about with that chart. Find your passion. Is it profitable? And can you make money? And are you good at it? You know, just for having fun, I think I'm just going to pause this right now and just go live for a second, see if anybody has any questions, and make sure that anybody got a gift. If they can let me know that they got it. Passion leads to sales. Absolutely, Bob Schaefer. That's a great reminder. PLS, right? Power lead system? No, it's passion leads to sales. I love it. Perfect timing subject. I do want to let you, I mean, I don't know, those of you who are impressed with my milkman, I do want to share with you that image. Look at that. That's my milk, my pizza, my butter, and my eggs. And by the way, we get the best pizza from the milkman. My son calls it the milkman pizza. And great, Mike A just said downloads work fine. Again, guys, if you want to scroll down here, if you look on your right side, you'll be able to see the scroll. Depending on the size of your monitor, you're going to get 2 downloads today. The first one comes in as long as you stay in for 15 minutes. The second one is if you stay in for 20 minutes. The first one is really a fun download. It's called Formidable Words. And that's something that I'm not very good at, and it's something that I always kind of keep to the side for myself to find those words. Todd Gross is very good with those words. One of them that Todd Gross uses, and I think he's just done it for so long that it comes naturally, but there are some words like anyway, ... Those are real buzzwords, and there are buzz phrases inside there that are really powerful that you'll really like. You might even find a couple in there, Todd, that you don't use. In addition to that, there's also integrated marketing. I'm a huge fan of integrated marketing. Who here knows what integrated marketing is? Sterling, you have not been in long enough. You have to be in this room for 15 minutes. The download won't pop up until you're in the room for 15 minutes. It's a delayed download. And the second one, you have to be in for 20 minutes. And I noticed that you came in about 10 minutes after the hour. So pretty soon, hang in there. And if you leave and come back, the 20 minutes starts all over again. Okay? Todd Gross says, integrated marketing is a quick piggyback method to be immediately successful. I'm going to give you a line, a perfect line of something that you've probably heard 1,000, 1,000,000 times about integrated marketing. Now, there are integrated marketings where I could integrate my marketing with Luann or Michael or Potato or Todd and we could team up together and integrate some marketing together. But there's also integrated marketing within your own business. And one of the biggest companies that does this, one of the best things, and you'll know this one, is McDonald's. How do they use integrated marketing within themselves? Anybody? Good one, Bob. Do you want fries with that? That's really integrated marketing. They're integrating other products with the burger. Do you want fries with that? We've got this person that her name is Brenda, and she's the most awesome cashier in the world. And it's not easy to talk about a cashier. I don't know what her past life was or her past job was. She's in her late 60s, and she knows everything that's for sale in Walgreens. And she really takes pride in being the best cashier she can possibly be. I think that's her passion, is to be the best cashier that you can possibly be. And every time I go and I see Brenda, I mean, how many people know the cashier at their local Walmart or CVS? Anybody here other than me? So Brenda looked at me. I was buying something. I can't remember what it was. This was a week ago, and she's like, "That'll be $9." But she's like, "But wait." She doesn't know what my name is. She's like, "Wait." She's like, and she opens up her page of information. She's like, "If you get 2 today, it's $14." And I looked around, and nobody else was behind me. I'm like, I'm doing it. So I gave her $15. I walked back. I got the item, and I walked out the door. And before I walked out the door, she said to me, she said, "We're having a special on our candy bars, 2 for the price of 1." Now, she's integrating everything within that store, right? Right, right, Michael Savoy. How else do they use integrated marketing? Well, they use outside integrated marketing because they sell Coke. Now, how would you be able to use integrated marketing with other people in this room? Here's a perfect example. Let's say I have an ebook, and people go and they sign up to get my free ebook. Once they sign up to get my free ebook, it brings them to a thank you page or a download page, and within that download page, it says most people who downloaded my ebook also purchased the famous book on how to blah blah blah, written by Michael Savoy. You can grab it now for $7. Isn't that what Amazon does all the time too, right? People who bought this also. And that's integrated marketing at its best. Would you like a cholesterol pill with those fries? Exactly. So anybody who did not get those downloads, please contact me and I'll be very happy to give them to you. I'm on Skype, Keith.Carberry. Integrated marketing is fun, and I love those. You'll love those words, the formidable words. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I digressed quite a bit there. I should probably put my milk away, right? And I'm just going to, before I go back to the presentation, I'm going to check on polls and see what the numbers are on the polls. Guys, the reason why I want to do this, because as I mentioned earlier, I've got a great gift to give you next week, but I want to make sure that I'm giving it to the proper people. And if your browser, let's see what the answers are here, results. Okay, 12 people are using Firefox, and 14 people are using Chrome. If you have not taken the poll yet, please click on polls and take the poll. That's really good news, and I'll tell you why. Because my system that I want to give to you guys does not work on IE, and I want to make sure that the majority of people, and I assume this would be the case, but I want to make sure that the majority of people are not using IE, because IE kind of bites anyway, right? Gabby, FYI, I'm about to upgrade, not going to pass any more leads up to you know who. That would be me. What is IE? IE. That's when Todd. That's what Todd says to me every time he agrees to doing something. He goes, IE. IE. I kind of lost my my place here. I think I was somewhere around here. Let me go forward. One of the other nice features that this room has, by the way, I'm not trying to sell this room, but it does have animated graphics inside the PowerPoint presentation, and most webcasting companies don't have that animated feature. And if you create a PowerPoint presentation, and you create that PowerPoint presentation, and you want animated graphics in there, like most people do, that's how you want the people to see it. But most webcasting companies do not have animated graphics associated with their system. They just don't have it. Those that do, good for them. We have a great one. Just saying. Just saying. Why is it so critical to? I already did that one. What do you have a passion about that also has a large number of people willing to open up their wallets? We already did that one. I apologize. Attention when folks meet. Excuse me. Pay attention when folks you meet start talking about their hobbies, their passions. Take a look on your bookshelves or in libraries. Watch the news. Ever eavesdrop on someone's conversation while you were standing in a checkout line? Oh, by the way, don't forget to look right under your nose. Listen always and pay attention. You need to become involved with your market you are targeting. Learn the language you are targeting, excuse me, your target market is speaking. I think I need new glasses here. Make sure that you choose a niche where people are ready, able, and willing to spend money. Where are people ready, willing, and able to spend money today? I'll tell you where people are willing and able to spend money, and I'm going to incorporate this with PLS, the Power Lead System. Obviously, right now it's coming up to the holiday season with Christmas and Hanukkah and all that kind of fun stuff, and people are willing to start spending money on other people. But where else are people willing to spend money? I would say that people are willing to spend money on getting leads to make their system, to make their business bigger. And this is a perfect place where you can do this. What if you were to create a quick, small, short video? Whether you show a video of yourself or not, I recommend that you do. If you're afraid to do yourself, do it of something else, a screenshot. But all you have to say, and I mentioned this yesterday, what if I could show you a way that you could increase your opt-in rate 20% today automatically? If you're willing to learn more about this, fill out the form below. That's it. Nothing else. You say nothing else. You say too much, you lose, right? What if? Start it with what if. What if I was able to show you a way where you could increase your sales by your opt-in rate by 20%? And I mentioned yesterday that PLS system has a great tool built inside the back office to create floating opt-in forms. And historically, floating opt-in forms, while people tend to say we don't like them, they work. And for every 100 people that come to your website, and if 10 people typically sign up for something, you're going to end up getting 12 people to sign up instead of 10. And those numbers build up as the days go on. And PLS has that. So if you're not interested in learning how to increase your opt-in rate by 20% today, immediately, starting right now, then you're telling me, Keith, you're telling me, Keith, I'm not interested in my business. That's what you're saying. To me, anyway. If you're really interested in your business, you need to start adding the floating opt-in form on just about every single page that you have. Stand out above the crowd. Decide what format would be best for you to use in delivering your solutions to the market that is in need. Are you good on camera? Use it. Are you good with writing blog posts? Use them. Are you good at yeah, integrating your marketing with other people? Do you know a lot of other marketers that might want to integrate your marketing with them? Fantastic. Look into developing even more focused sub-niches as a means of expanding your customer base. If you have a niche of where you like to cook, break it down to Asian food. Break it down to creating the best cheeseburger ever. And if you do have that, give me a call because that's what I'm looking for. Possible niche topics: weight loss and dieting, health. For instance, weight loss and dieting. I'll give you an example. I'm passionate about weight loss because I've lost 20 pounds. Woo! And my sub niche to that is the Atkins diet because that's the type of diet that tends to work for me. So whenever I read something about the Atkins diet, positive or negative, or see something, I'm going to read it. And I'm going to buy something about the Atkins diet, and I buy a little book on it or whatever. Or maybe somebody will say there's a new diet, the Atkins diet with a twist. I'm going to go find out information about that. Health, who cares for me? Fitness and exercise, absolutely. Looking good. You look marvelous. Relationships, making money, saving money. Obviously, we're in the business for making money, right? Online or offline. Parenting problems. Personal development. You are better than you think you are. Research each topic on your list. So everybody here has more than one passion. I know that, you know that. Write down your passions and remember this. Create a circle. Are you good at it? And do you think that niche is going to be profitable? Amazon is an amazing resource for finding niche markets you'd never have thought about entertaining. In search, drop down, select books, and hit the go button. And you can read more about this later. eBay gives good insight into what is selling right now and what people are looking for. Absolutely. Pulse.ebay.com. Design articles. Yahoo Answers. I'm not going to talk about that now. We're going to keep moving on. We're going to move ahead because this classroom is moving fast. And if you can read this one, obviously I did something wrong here. I can't even read. This is kind of a fun one. It's completely messed up, isn't it? This is talking about SEO and break down main niches into sub niches. Really important, guys, breaking that down. Okay? And you can all do this using the PLS system and using the PLS squeeze pages or landing pages or capture pages. And on the back end, this is where you would be. Now, earlier we were talking about in our Skype chat room, tying in a product if you don't have one. Raising chickens. I don't know about you guys, but I have a passion for chickens. I love chickens. Okay, I'm just going to go hit the home button now. It's getting late in the day here. eBay Pulse don't work anymore. Or does it? Well, thank you, Simon. I didn't realize that. I have not done anything with eBay in quite some time, but I know that Gabby in this room is an eBay king. And Gabby, for instance, he could have a passion. He sells on eBay all the time. He could have a passion about eBay and write an eBay book in about 2 minutes and put it up there with his passion and credibility. He's done well. Not for about 12 months. Yeah, it's been about 18 months since I've done it. Todd Gross, I don't know if you'd like to come in and have a chat with me, but that'd be great if you would like to do that. Anybody else that would like to do that, by the way, from time to time, I'll be glad to bring you in. Anybody that wants to add some other insight into integrated marketing where we have that download, or add something about passion. Doing a few things at once, but thanks. Okay, no problem. Just wanted to throw it out there. Didn't want you to think that you weren't invited to the show. Are all porcupines gross? I don't know about that. This, by the way, is my mug that I usually have in my hand at least once a month when the day after I go out with my buds. Does anybody know why? Why do I use this mug the day after I go out with my buds? Anybody? There you go. No, it's just so I can remember my name. I want to be able to remember my name. I'm like, what's my name again? Oh, yeah, right. No, my favorite beer drinking mug is like 12 times bigger than this. Come on, guys. I'm Irish and I'm from Boston area. What are you thinking? That's that's like a sip. Keith, tell me, is the download availability tied to the individual on the system? No, it is not. As long as you've been in this room for 20 minutes, a minimum of 20 minutes, you should be able to get 2 downloads. Now, if you can't see the downloads, you go to the scroll bar on the right hand side of your computer and scroll down, and you should be able to see that. But more importantly, if you were invited by somebody in this room, you want to scroll up, and you definitely want to click on the link to learn more about the Power Lead system and how the Power Lead system can really change the way that you market your business. And it's already made a significant difference in the way that I market my business, because I was marketing in my business and not on my business. The difference is when you're going into HTML and creating a squeeze page and uploading it and going into your cPanel and messing around with uploads and tweaking and cPanel and going to File Manager inside cPanel, you're in your business and you're not on your business. And if you could reduce the amount of time from 3 hours from creating a squeeze page and creating an autoresponder system properly to about 10 minutes, doesn't that just make sense to do that? I don't know what your hourly rate is in your brain, but if you have an hourly rate like mine, $100 an hour for working, does it make sense for me to spend $300 in my business, wasting my $300 in my business when I can spend most of that time on my business and marketing that web page faster? And by the way, I've mentioned this several times, I can create all these web pages. Not as nice, not as fast, not as efficiently without tracking. The PLS system comes with a boatload of high quality landing pages. It comes with a fantastic autoresponder, a great way to group your customers into different groupings. It includes tracking. Okay, Gabby. Let's see, Gina Gunning. Bob, if you use your link we talk about in the PLS rooms and send people here, it is indeed integrated. Absolutely, it's indeed integrated. And that's something that I'd like to talk about, because this is not just a PLS daily show. This is a Power Storm team show. And what I mean by that is that anybody who's a member of the Power Storm team that Todd and Luann created, anybody that's a member of that team will have access to share this room with other people. Go onto Facebook and share this room. And this room is really, this webcast is really what we like to call a live replicated webcast with a special link to it. And when anybody clicks on any of the links above, you scroll up, again, there's a banner, and there's a text link. And those who invited somebody into this room, and they came to the room and they're interested in learning more about PLS, and they click on the link, well, if Joan, can't say your last name, Bolu, if Joan invited Ed to this room, and Ed clicks on the link and he signs up, well, Joan's going to make a sale today. So congratulations, Joan. Bob the Teaser. That's right, Gina. Perfect. Okay, Bob the Kilt, and I'm going to go too. It's already 11:54. It is time to disappear. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. You know where to find me on Skype, Keith.Carberry. If you are a member and are not member of the Skype team with us, it's a very active Skype team, and you want to be a member, please contact myself or Todd Gross or Luann, and we'll do our best to get you in there. Bye-bye, guys. Have a wonderful weekend.